Hola amigos, welkom bij een nieuwe aflevering en wel de laatste aflevering van Harry Potter en de Orde van de Feniks. Discover all areas is gewoon eigenlijk, voilà, dus we zijn nog nooit in de dinges geweest, Transfiguration.
You'll have to talk to me later. I have school business to take care of.
Nu staat er wel op, you have received 100%. Dus je moest gewoon dus binnenvallen en dat was het. Maar terug naar de Room of Reward. Room of Reward. Waarom komt Jenny niet? Jenny, kom je niet? Nee?
You were lucky not to go to Azkaban, Potter.
Gelukkig, daar zijn we dan vanaf.
I'm missing 3 cards, that's all. You got them?
You're in somewhere interesting?
Best wel, ja.
Dragon's Egg. May your courage hold.
Nu zou het normaal 100% zijn. Oh, kijk dat. Game info. 100%, bla bla.
What a good deal.
Yo, ik binnen.
Every time you discover things, my file gets heavier. You don't know how lucky you are that portraits can't jinx.
What are you gonna do, bro? Ah, er gebeurt er een filmpje. Leuk. Dan weet je dat als je alles 100% hebt uitgespeeld. Ik ga eerst nog even snel de laatste laten zien. Dat ik in de vorige aflevering ook nog heb gedaan. Waar zit je? Is het deze? Nee toch? Wel, nee, zie je, het is deze. Zo. En nu gaan we alle filmpjes bekijken. Dus kijken hoe lang dat duurt. Dus deze aflevering kan wel lang duren, denk ik. Kijk eens aan. We gaan er veel. We beginnen er maar aan, waarom niet? Nummer 1.
I was a massive fan of the books, and I'd read, I think, the first and second, and yeah, then Newsround were advertising kids to send in like application forms and that, and my mum videoed me doing this. I made this like rap song of how much he wanted to be in the film. And
Are you a talking gargoyle?
Do you normally talk to ones that can't speak?
I don't normally talk to gargoyles.
Or should imagine many gargoyles are grateful for that.
Ginny was obviously the youngest and the only girl, so that's quite a lot of pressure. But I think it's quite fun at the same time, because I can kind of, as a character, she can kind of get away with things.
Well done, Ginny.
Blowing things up comes naturally when you've grown up with Fred and George.
because I'm not doing school now, we've got more time to play on the game, so it's good.
We do quite like the action adventure, like the Harry Potter game.
Completely exceeded all of my expectations of quite what a video game could achieve in terms of realness.
I think a lot of people can relate to the characters, because there's Hermione, who's the really brainy one who always kind of thinks one step ahead, and Harry's obviously the brave but quite quiet at the same time. But then Ron's kind of the jokely one.
Kids can sort of relate to the whole school side of it, because I mean they have lessons, they have exams and stuff, so they can sort of relate to that side. But they've also got the whole sort of magic thing with giants and all these sort of amazing sort of creatures.
A lot of films, especially animated games, it's always the adult who comes through, and they're always the big hero. Whereas in Harry Potter, it sort of shows, especially in this one, in the Orde of the Feniks, how the adults have got it wrong. Like Umbridge isn't making sense all the time, and Harry and everyone know that.
Accio Brew!
Orde.
One of the important things for us on this game was also to bring our characters to life and to bring them a lot closer to the film and to the actors that people know.
This time we really want people to feel like they're looking at the film characters in the game, and so we've gone through with the actors and done head scans of all the actors to incorporate them into the game.
What they do with the computers and kind of how they make our faces, just as if they were us.
It was weird, when we first saw them. I know it's a thing for I think every lad to have their face on a game, and to be in it is fantastic. It looks really lifelike.
We wanted the students to sound like the people you hear in the film, so where better to go than the actual actors themselves? And as you walk around the castle, hearing Fred and George calling out to you, and it being James and Oliver Phelps.
Try this little spell, and one from me too. Incendio!
Loco Mortimort!
Don't kill Cedric, boo-hoo! Oh, I think Potter's gonna cry. Push off, Potter! Got your bed booked in the hospital, wee! Loser!
There was a lot of giggles, and it was very hard to keep a straight face.
Protego Maxima! Protego Maxima!
You've got to say it 3 times, and one of those 3 will do it. Also, so when you play the game, every time you hear me saying a spell or doing something, it's slightly different. It's not always the same.
Well, there are never enough of us, but the ones we've got are really good. You've met Kingsley Shacklebolt. He's great. And don't worry, we're not all as Mad Eye.
Working with the cast from the film was absolutely a great opportunity for me. I thought it was great fun. I particularly like working with Rupert Grint, because he's probably my favourite character in the film, Ron, because he's just got great script and he delivers his lines so well.
You should write a book. Translating mad things girls do so boys can understand them.
It's quite scary because it's so real. It is amazing, and you can sort of see how they sort of progress from the first one. It was just some random ginger person, and this time it's like proper weird. It's really good though.
You Slytherins think you're so good. Let's hope this makes Umbridge's name mud at the Ministry.
Because a while ago I saw they had the face of me, but they've kind of developed it more. They didn't have the hair and everything, and it was kind of weird because it does look kind of weirdly like you. And I was looking at everyone else's, and it's just weird how it's like them, but it isn't them.
So we're just trying to make people feel that the characters that they're moving around the game are actually the characters that they see when they watch the film.
This is like being in one of Bin's History of Magic lessons. Accio!
Honestly, Harry, you should take more care of books.
You'd better get upstairs.
You know what Hermione's like if you're late.
You think you're special just because you're answering the ministry.
Just like your father, jumping feet first into trouble.
Wauw. Ik kan dit echt in 2 stukken moeten delen, want anders wordt het echt te veel.
You're for it now, Potter!
I initially auditioned for Harry and Ron, just because obviously they were the main parts at the time. And eventually went for Draco, and succeeded in getting it.
Potter took his time getting here. What are you going to do without your pet teacher, Potter?
I do enjoy playing the baddie. He's just a bit more, well, fun, really, put it in a nutshell.
What do you want, Malfoy?
Professor Snape wants to see you in his office. He says it's time for your remedial potions lesson.
You think you're so good.
Useless loser!
Take this, Potter. We'll show you. Oh, look. They've come to save their little friend.
Come on then, Potter. What are you gonna do?
Dan, in a sense, is obviously he's not Harry Potter, but in a sense he's something like him, and Rupert's something like Ron, and Emma's something like Hermione. It's nice for me to be the complete opposite of what I hope to be. I like to think I portray myself as a rather gentle young lad.
You're gonna lose, mudblood lovers.
There's something nice about hating the villain. I suppose the more hate I would get from a child, as in the more you're evil, the better I've done my job.
Ja, dat is wel zo.
The music this year is even more exciting than normal because we've managed to license the Hedwig's theme from the film, which everybody associates as being the music to Harry Potter. The other really cool thing is the fact that we record the music with a real orchestra. Audio can actually bring the fiction to life. So quite often we don't need to have the visuals to actually bring extra elements of the fiction to the game. Is when you go down to the dungeons where Slytherin hang out, even though you might not see howlers go off, you can hear them in the distance. One of the things we're trying to do this year is actually get close to the movie, and obviously one of the key things to do would be to actually use the movie cast. So we've tried to get in as many of the kids as possible, and we've actually got 22 characters from the film actually voicing their own parts in this game. 2 of the major ones include Rupert Grint, who plays Ron, and Ralph Fiennes, who plays Lord Voldemort.
This book's really useful. You're gonna make us take it back, Hermione? That little snotrag is trying to jinx us.
Then let's show him how it's really done.
Shh! The meeting's finished. Quick, get to bed before Mum catches us.
I hope our side's got it. Whatever it is. Yeah.
Harry Potter, the boy who stopped the Dark Lord. Creature wonders how he did it.
Bet you wouldn't mind hiding that scar sometimes, eh? You'll have to learn the hard way, I'm afraid. Metamorph magi are really rare. They're born, not made.
Oh, you're going to fight us, are you?
You should run off!
I will kill you now, old man.
Goed jongens, hier ga ik het dan maar bij laten. Vergeet geen like te geven en te abonneren. Dan zien we jullie de volgende keer weer. Hoeveel moeten we nog? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Nog 11 video's, dat wordt wel serieus lang. Misschien nog een derde deel. Dus. Maar goed, jongens, later.
I'm a Ravenclaw, I like to read books. When I cast spells, they're off the freaking hook. I'm a Gryffindor, I'll fly with my friends. We'll never back down and fight to the end. I'm a Slytherin, I am very rich. I'll go on a date with I'm a raving clog, I wit beyond measure. I can catch a snitch like it's caught up in a